guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm Jenny and bienvenidos a mi canal. Today I have a pretty exciting video for you guys because we're just going to be sitting down and just chilling. We're going to be talking about 2020 and kind of just a little reflection on 2019. If you guys do know, I did post my first 2020 video, but I did want to just kind of sit down and talk to you guys and just kind of keep up with you guys while doing our makeup. So if you guys are interested in that, just keep on watching. So today I kind of wanted to do a more soft glam kind of look. So I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. I'm just going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Pomade and a Morphe angled brush, and I'm just going to start doing in my eyebrows. Filling in my eyebrows, I mean. And I used to put powder on top of my eyebrows, but lately I haven't been really doing that, especially because I lost my eyebrow powder and I just haven't really picked one up yet. So we're just gonna do pomade today. So let's just start talking because it's been a while since I've sat down and kind of chit-chatted with you guys, but it feels so good to be back. And I just, for a really long time during 2019, I was just really unmotivated and just lost, and I just kind of wanted to take a little step back and just take a little breather. I know I did upload of like now and then when I travel or when I would do something like a vlog or something, but never really sat down and just kind of filmed a video, especially because I was studying and I had a job. That was like kind of holding me back a lot, was just the fact that I didn't feel motivated to film any videos. And it would really upset me because I enjoy filming and I enjoy video editing, and it just like was this whole thing for a long time. And it was absolutely like surprising and shocking to me that we hit 1,000 subscribers and then now we hit 2,000 subscribers. Like, that is insane to me. Like, thank you guys so much for supporting me and giving me so much love. Like, it means the world to me. It's so hard to talk into my eyebrows, to be honest, but it means the world to me because I never would have expected me to grow so quickly, especially because I just started my YouTube channel last March, and like it's been 9 months or so, and it's absolutely absurd. Like, thank you guys so much. I like, whenever I think about it, I just laugh and smile, and like it's just crazy. So yeah, that was kind of how my 2019 went. It was just kind of more draining, and it was like one of the hardest years, but it was also like a really good year for me because obviously there was my highest highs and my lowest lows. That's pretty much how I can describe my 2019. It was like a pretty hard year, to be honest, but you live and you learn. Like, that's just how it is. And I really do feel like I went through some really bad experiences during 2018, and I just learned a lot of new life lessons, but it makes me so happy and I'm so grateful that I went through it because it wouldn't have made me the person that I am today. And sometimes, like, I know some things could be really tough and it could be really hard sometimes, but like, you learn from that. But now that's enough talk about 2019. Let's talk about 2020 because it is the roaring 20s. It is a new decade. Like, this is, I like, honestly, my brother and I were always talking about it, and it just feels like we're in the future. Like, 2020 just sounds like so futuristic, but it's a new year, and honestly, like, I just want to make this my year. I want to make this my decade. Like, I want this to be so good, and I just want to, like, personally and with YouTube and everything, like, I just want to make this a really good year. So in order for me to do that, I had set a couple goals for myself, and I just I didn't want to do like crazy goals or anything. Like, I just kind of wanted to do more of a like realistic goals. I'm going to take my concealer and I'm just going to start carving out my eyebrows with a small concealer brush. So one of my goals for 2020 is actually to start going to the gym more often and start eating better. I was studying full-time and I also worked, and it was just really difficult for me to like balance everything because during high school I did not work. And I was just a full-time student, and I was also on the dance team, and like I just felt like I just had a lot on my hands, and it wasn't like necessary for me to work. And like luckily, like I would work sometimes on the side with my mom, and that's how I made like some money. But like during high school, like $20 could last you a whole week, but and then like when you're in college, like $20 doesn't even last you a day sometimes. And it's so crazy how that works. But I started working, and I started saving up my money and everything, and I would just like try my best to like still have fun while being in school and everything, but it was just really difficult sometimes. So in 2020, I kind of just want to start getting into my old habits again. I used to go to the gym a lot, and I used to eat way healthier, and I just kind of wanted to start doing that again, because when I used to do that, that's when I felt my best. And that's kind of what I just want to focus on this year, is just like focusing on what makes me feel my best and focus on myself a little bit more. I've kind of started reading a lot more, and just spending a lot more time by myself. Even though I've done that like the last few months of 2018, I kind of just spent it alone and with my family, and it feels really nice because I am very, very close to my family, and just spending a little bit more time with them, it just feels so much better. In 2020, I kind of just want to make peace with myself and just kind of feel much better without depending on other people. You know, it's just kind of like be my own peace. That's one thing. Another thing about 2020, and like other than going to the gym and stuff, it's just kind of like self-motivation, is trying to get my academic schooling up. I'm not doing terrible or anything, like I'm pretty good at school, but I kind of just wanted to boost or like motivate myself to like reach higher. And especially because I'm almost going into the business program, or I'm going to start applying to the business program at my school, and I kind of just wanted to give it my everything this year and just kind of really focus on that and just shoot for like the best. I know some people could probably like, it's like I admire people and look up to people who work full-time jobs and are full-time students. Like, you guys are freaking like, what? Like, I can't even explain like how much like you guys inspire me, but it's so hard for me to do everything. And like, I really wish I was way better at managing stuff, and like that's another thing that I wanted to get into for 2020, but kind of just like managing everything is so difficult for me, and I'm barely learning. But I really want to learn how to like master that skill, because I would love that. My new schedule for this semester is going to be so hectic. Like, I have really late night classes, and then really morning classes, and then middle classes, and then it's like all 4 days of a week, and then like it's just kind of like everywhere. So this semester I decided to just take a break and stop working, and just kind of like focus a lot on working on my YouTube channel and just focusing on my semester. Especially because I'm going to be taking business statistics and business accounting this semester, and they're both, one of them is a 3-hour lecture and the other one is twice a week. So I kind of just wanted to give those classes my everything this semester and just really focus my attention on my school. For 2020, I also wanted to start traveling more. And I know it kind of sounds ridiculous because you're like, Jen, you just quit your job. How are you going to be traveling? Well, I actually did save up a lot of money while I was working. So I don't want to like travel like across the globe. I wish I could, but I can't. But I was just thinking about like taking a road trip by myself, and just kind of like, I've been wanting to do that for the longest time, and just kind of like get away and like get in my own headspace for alone by myself. and I just thought that it would be a cool idea. So I was planning on doing something like that. I am going to Cancun in March with my family as a family trip, and my friend and I were talking about another trip that might be happening. We still don't know. I wanted to go visit some friends in Utah. Like I have like a lot of plans for 2020, especially because traveling is something that I love doing, and I love going to new places and just seeing just like new environments and the culture from those cities and everything. So that's just one thing that I also wanted to get to start doing a lot more in 2020, and if not in 2020 then in this decade, because it is a new decade, and I'm just super excited that it's like, it feels nice saying that because it just feels like a fresh start. So I'm gonna take my Morphe 15N palette, and I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna start buffing it out. I'm just going to take a brown shade on my outer crease. So those are a few things that I wanted to start doing for my 2020. I did ask you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram, so I'm going to be answering a few of those questions as well. So somebody asked me, how is college going? And honestly, college is going so well. I'm pretty happy to say that it is going so well, because I remember my second semester of college, it just completely kicked my butt like so badly, but I just was able to like plan out a lot better and just kind of like manage a little bit more, and just realize like how much more I needed to focus. That's just how it is. College is good. I honestly love college. I love school. So somebody else asked me if I have any self-love tips. Let me just tell you guys a few things that kind of helped me. So sometimes I try to think about what makes me feel best about myself, and sometimes that's doing my makeup, or just not for any particular reason, but sometimes whenever I just do makeup of myself and like just do something and like see something that I have created, it just makes me feel so much happier. And just like little things of self-care, I feel like self-care sometimes gives you self-love, and it might seem differently for everybody else, but for me it's just kind of reading and just spending time alone and just kind of stopping by at a cafe. And even if I'm just like at a cafe for an hour or two and I'm just on my laptop, just, you know, just giving me some me time, like that is sometimes what I do for myself, self-love. But it might seem differently for everybody else, and there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes a little reminder is that like self-care is not selfish, so always like remember to just put yourself first sometimes. Like kind of step back and just realize like if it's not making you happy, or if it's kind of feeling like it's a little bit toxic, it's okay not to completely let go, but just to kind of like step back and just feel like, okay, let me just give myself a little time to breathe. And maybe that's all it takes. It just takes some time to breathe and reflect. If you guys want like a self-love video, I'd be more than happy to create it for you guys and just really sit down and just deepen the talk about self-love and self-care and everything, because I would love to actually sit down and talk to you guys about that. So another question that I got asked is what inspires me from Harry Styles, and he just inspires me because he is so open and so like his own person, his own style, his own everything, and like it just makes me feel better because he encourages people to be you, like be who you want to be and be your own person, and while treating other people with kindness and just spreading so much love and positivity. And that's what inspires me by him, because that's what I would love from everyone, is just to spread so much love and positivity and kindness to one another. And that's why I just feel so inspired by him. Trust me, there's a lot of things that inspire me by him, but I just wanted to keep it kind of short because I didn't want to make this video just me talking about him. With that being said, I am going to be cutting my crease, so I'm going to be taking my concealer and my concealer brush one more time, and I'm just going to start cutting my crease a little bit. So another question that I have been asked is, what is new in life? So I wouldn't consider it new in my life, but technically I do have new family members because my mom did get married with her my stepdad, and it just feels good because like I really get along with my stepbrothers really well. And if you guys don't know who they are in my San Francisco vlog, so you guys can check that vlog up here. But they've been in my life for quite a few years now, so I wouldn't consider it new. It's just kind of like a new like title to it, but I've always considered them like my stepbrothers basically, because they've been in my life for so long. A lot of people ask me why did I start my YouTube channel, and I've been asked this so many times, and it's kind of like funny to me because I feel like I always say the same thing, but I have always wanted to start a YouTube channel. And it might seem like the most basic thing to say, but it's because I just love it so much. I love the idea that you can basically, like, I just love the idea of video editing and just creating content. And I just love like sitting down and talking to you guys and just kind of like doing makeup and just being able to like have my own little like family, you know, like we all love the same thing. That's why you guys are here. Like, I love that. Like, that's like, why wouldn't I love that, you know? I'm gonna be taking my Fenty Beauty highlighter in Hustla Baby, and I'm just gonna pack that on my lid. That's why I started my YouTube channel, because I just kind of finally believed in myself, and I was like, you know what, like I really enjoy video editing. I love doing this. I love making little like videos, like why not just do it? So I did it, and now I love it. So let's just get back into some goals for 2019, because I did talk about just spending a little bit more me time, enjoying how to make, I wanted to start making more YouTube videos. I want to start going to the gym a little bit more, but I also, like I said, I have a really bad habit of comparing myself a lot to other people, and just kind of like, but it's like not in the sense where I'm like conceited with it and I'm just like, oh no, I'm better. Like, no. I feel like I really beat myself up and I'm like, oh my god, she's so pretty. Like, I'm not pretty. That's how I am, and it's not good. So I kind of wanted to change that up a little bit and just kind of change up my mentality way more. I'm gonna take the same angled brush that I used for my pomade, and I'm just going to do some liner with some darker brown eyeshadow. But I kind of just wanted to get rid of that habit, you know, like it's no good. It's no good to have that mentality, and I just kind of am so tired of me doing that on myself, you know? If you guys want to watch a Cancun vlog, let me know, because I would be more than happy to make one for you guys. I did film one the previous time that I went to Cancun, but I just never went around to editing it, and I never got around to posting it because it was in 2018 where I was still kind of like, I don't want to really put myself out there yet. So yeah, now that I have my lashes nice and intact, I'm going to take my Too Faced Hangover Primer and just start priming up my face. So yeah, so let's talk about relationships real quick. So I haven't been in a relationship in almost 2 years, and it's actually been pretty nice because I feel like I've been taking this time a lot to learn about myself and just kind of just like, I've also just been learning how to like live life alone and just kind of like go out with friends and just spend this time like not really searching for anything. And like, I'm just kind of like a strong believer of like, if something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then it's okay. It's just kind of like going with the flow, you know? And that's just kind of how it's been. I always get a lot of like questions about like if I'm single or not, if I'm talking to anybody. Like, no, I'm just chilling. Like, that's just me, you know? I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Lately I've been reading a lot, and I've kind of fallen into this really deep pit of falling in love with audiobooks. And I like to say that I'm really busy, but sometimes I feel like I'm not busy at all, but sometimes I am really busy. Like, I'm too busy to sit down and read a book. Okay, the thing is like, I do have time to do it, but I'm the type of person that if I fall in love with a book, like, I will binge read until I finish it, and I don't have the time for that. That's what I mean. So I fell in love with audiobooks, and it just like literally took me down into this really, really deep pit. And that's literally all I do now. I just listen to audiobooks whenever I get ready, or whenever I'm commuting somewhere, or if I'm just having a long car drive. Like, audiobooks are so freaking amazing, and I just can't like get over it. Also with podcasts, but podcasts for me, it's just kind of like, it's a sometimes kind of thing. Like, it's not all the time. And then music wise, I've mostly been listening to the Harry Styles album, as you know, but nothing new, nothing's changed. But also I've been just listening, I always listen to like R&B music, and just kind of like more chill, laid back music. I'm going to take my concealer and start concealing my under eyes, but let's talk about TV shows, because there have been quite a few that I've been watching. So I started watching You, and I finished that in like 2 days. It's so good. I loved the TV show. I loved the first season and I love the second season. But to be honest, I feel like it's kind of hard, because I liked the first season, and I like the first season for its own reasons, and then I like the second season for its own reasons as well. It's a really good show, to be honest. So if you haven't seen that, please go watch that. And then I finished watching the season of The End of the Fucking World. That also, I was kind of disappointed with that one, to be honest, because I just really liked the first season, and I feel like that second season just wasn't it. Like, it just didn't, like, I didn't like it. But maybe it's just me. I'm sorry that I started right there, but it just wasn't me. I just didn't really enjoy it. I'm going to be taking my contour palette and just start contouring my face. I don't know what it was, but I just didn't really enjoy it. I watched the whole thing, but I just didn't like it. And yeah, I haven't been really watching any new movies lately. I saw the new Star Wars movie, but I haven't really seen any movies like that have caught my eye, and I'm like, oh my god, I cannot wait to watch that. And I'm like such a fanatic for it, but it's usually like October is usually my season for movies, because I love horror movies. Like, horror movies are my favorite kind of movies, and lately, like during this kind of season, there's not really that many horror movies out. So that's just kind of how that has been for my entertainment. Also, my really close friend gave me a record player that's like right there for Christmas, and let me tell you, that was probably like the best gift that I have ever received in my whole entire life, because I have been wanting a record player since I was like 12 to 13 years old. I don't even know. I've always seen them on Tumblr back in those days, and I'd be like, oh my god, I really want one. I never got around to buying myself one. I almost did at Urban Outfitters, but it was like $100 and something, and I literally sat there and I was like, mom, please, like, should I? And she would just tell me like, I mean, if you want to do it, then do it, but like $100? Girl, that's loca. And I was just like, oh, you're right. So like, I'm just like pinching the air, and I'm like, I really want it, but I was like, you know, okay. And I just never got around to it. And I had bought vinyls. Like, I have vinyls, and I didn't have a record player. And it was so funny because she knew that I had vinyls, and I just like didn't have a record player, and she was like, you're crazy, like, why would you buy vinyls if you don't have record players? I was like, that's that, you know, whatever. And It's like, hey, I'm gonna be sending you your Christmas gift, like all this stuff, like it should be coming in the mail in the next couple days. And I was like, okay, for sure. I'm going to be taking my Hustle Baby again, and I'm just gonna start highlighting the high points of my face. So I come home and she had messaged me. She's like, hey, like it said that it delivered already. And I was like, okay, thanks. I don't remember where it was coming from. It probably was from work or something. And I got home and I was like, oh mom, like did I get a package? Like expecting like a tiny little package. No, let me tell you, the package was like a huge box and it was so heavy. Like when I picked it up, my mom was just like, oh, it's right there. And it was like on the floor and I was like, what did you get me? And I was so confused because I was like, we had talked about record players before, but I never would have thought like, oh, record player? Like a record player, what? So then I was like, okay, like for sure, you know? So I like got it and stuff, but she was busy at the time. She was like, don't open it, like I want to open it with you, like all this stuff, like don't open it yet. And I was like, okay, for sure. So I was just waiting for her, and like the suspense was like killing me because it's like you have it in your hands, like it's right there. And I tried picking it up and it was like 9 pounds. It was like, what? And I was like, this is so heavy, like this literally could be a baby in here, like what is in here? And she was just laughing and she was like, no, just wait. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I waited and she finally ended up like FaceTiming me and she was like, oh, like you can open it now. And I was like, okay. So I opened it and inside the box was another box, obviously. And it wasn't like the record player box, it was just like a regular box. And I was like, okay, what kind of cruel joke is this? So I thought she had packaged it, but then it had it like Amazon Prime packaging in it. So I was like, okay, maybe like it was just like, I don't know, whatever, like security or something. So I open it and I was like I was in tears. I was like so excited and so happy because I was like, I've been wanting a record player for so long and now I can start my vinyl collection. And it's funny because I had 2 vinyls and they were like both Harry Styles vinyls, and my brother had always like stopped me from buying vinyls. He was like, why are you gonna buy vinyls? Like you don't have a record player. Now I can start buying vinyls and I'm so excited and I'm so happy, and I thanked her 1,000 times because honestly like that gift is probably like the most charitable gift that I have. It's just so that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. I hope you guys have such a happy new year, and I send so much love and positivity to you guys and so many positive vibes to you guys. And yeah, I keep saying that, but so I hope you guys enjoy this little soft glam kind of look, and I'll just see you guys in the next video. Bye.